Welcome to Bits and Pieces Quilting. Today I thought we would play a little game of what if. So stay tuned. Hi, I'm Michelle, and today I thought I would build on last week's video. So if you recall, we made Intertwined, and it was these really cool interlocking links, I guess, based on originally some inspiration from Missouri Star Quilts, where they did it with 4-inch pieces. I resized it to this size, which is the 2.5-inch pieces, because so many of us have 2.5-inch scraps. But based on the comments of that video and a little bit of musings of my own, I thought, what if we tried this block at 2 inches and at 1.5 inches, meaning using 2-inch strips or using 1.5-inch strips? So let's dive in and see how that goes and see how this what if may turn out. Let's start with the 2-inch version. I have all my notes in my notebook. Sometimes I like to start at the computer. Sometimes I like to just work out the math on my own in my notebook. So we'll see if this works out properly, but I've got the 2-inch version and then we're going to try a 1.5-inch version. But let's start with the 2-inch version. So I've picked this super fun Lightning McQueen fabric out of my scrap bin and then found a really fun yellow to go with it. And I've cut the pieces that I think we're going to need. So let me just walk you through what we've got here. As I said in the intro, I will write this all up in a pattern because I realize that it's probably a tiny bit confusing for some. So these pieces, there's 2 of them. They are 5 inches by 2 inches. I've got 2 2-inch squares here. I've also got a piece that's just bigger than 10 inches, maybe 10.5, because I want to be able to trim. So I need 10 inches, but 10.5 for trimming. And then this piece is just a little bit bigger than 6 inches. And I'm going to make those paired up with the background here. Those are going to become part of my strip sets. I've also got 4 pieces that are 3.5 inches by 2 inches from the background. And from the second fabric, same as the first, I've got 2 pieces that are 5 inches. I've got 2 pieces that are 3.5 inches, 2 2-inch squares. This piece is just a little bit longer than 8 inches, about 8.5 with its background. And then this piece is just a little bit longer than 4 inches. So to get started to make this, check out the other video on Intertwined to see how these all go together. I'm going to start by sewing my strip sets. And then I'm also going to sew these 2 squares, these 2 2-inch squares, to these 3.5-inch pieces. Now, somebody in the comments noted that the way that the center block is constructed on these, you could do it with partial seams and eliminate the need for some of these extra 2-inch squares. And that's totally right. But some of us aren't that fond of partial seams. So we will take a little extra moment to line up the individual cut pieces rather than the partial seams. That's the trade-off. So I'm going to sew these pieces and these pieces for my strip sets, and I'm going to sew the 2-inch squares to these 2 by 3.5-inch bricks. And we'll be right back. You know, after making 27 of these blocks so far, I counted them, you'd think I'd have it all figured out. I don't need these pieces. I needed them in the first color. I need them in the Lightning McQueen red, but I don't need them in yellow. This is all going to be the pattern. The pattern is going to be perfect, I promise. So I cut and sewed, I sewed these pieces, the 3.5-inch with the 2-inch pieces, and then we'll set those aside. And then I started my strip sets. So the red and the yellow. From each strip set, I want to cut off 2 pieces because I need those for the corner units. So 1 and 2 off of here, like this. Just trim this one up. So those 2 will go over here because they get paired up with the background pieces. I realize I might need to zoom out a little so you can see all of these pieces. And then this is going to get sewn with this other piece here to finish up my strip set. So I'm going to put that over into the sewing pile. Same thing here with these Lightning McQueens. I need to cut off 2 of them. And then the rest of it goes back to the sewing machine to get added as a strip set, to get made into a strip set. Okay, so that one and that one go up here with the background, and then these pieces go together to make a strip set. So I'm going to take my little strip set pieces over to the sewing machine, and I'm going to take my background pieces and sew all of those together over at the sewing machine. So my corner squares are done. I've got 2 of each of those. They were those 2 patch units with the background pieces sewn on them. So those are ready for the corner. Then I've made my strip sets, and I've just started to cross cut those into 2-inch pieces. So I still have to do the red. I need to cut 3 pieces out of this strip set. 1, 2, 3, and I just need to trim off this little edge like so. All right. So now these strip sets, 2 of these go back together with the 5-inch pieces we cut at the beginning. Ooh, those eyeballs are going to make it look a little weird, isn't it? Oh well, we'll see how it looks. And then this becomes the center block with these pieces. So as I mentioned, some people in the comments of my last Intertwined video were commenting that you could make this a 2 by 3.5-inch brick and construct this block using partial seams. That's a perfect way to do this, and then you would not have these extra seams in your block. I think partial seams are maybe a little bit more advanced. And by doing it this way, it makes it very beginner friendly. So if you love partial seams, then please absolutely adjust this block so that these become single pieces. I can see the advantage because then you wouldn't have the pattern broken up the way this is done, but we're going to keep this really simple. So I'm going to go and sew these units together, and then I'm going to come back. Actually, no, we'll do it now. This, you want to be careful to make sure that these points line up. So I will take my time and make sure that these pieces, I might even pin it, are lined up really well when I sew these 2 pieces together. And then same here, making sure that these 2 corners are lined up really well. So by sewing that all together, we'll have all the blocks that we need, and then I'll show you how to finish this block. And so now we have all of the pieces for the block. You know how Jenny Doan always says that it's not harder, it's just smaller? It's not harder. She's right. But I think that you just need to be maybe a little bit more precise when it's smaller. And when we get to the 1.5-inch, it'll be interesting to see just how much more challenging that one might be to get things lined up really well. So this is how our block goes together. And if you saw the other video, you know that whichever one I put on the top, I make sure that the top right and the bottom left corners match. So that's how the pieces are going to go together. I realize I'm not totally in camera here. So lesson learned for next time, watch out for eyeballs when your background is white, because that sort of sticks out a bit strangely, but it's still a super cute block, and it's not crazy small the way that I thought it would be. So I am going to sew these rows together and measure it up and present the final block. And this is the final block. It's really cute. And I know I can do the math, but it's bigger than I thought it would be. And what am I trying to say? It's an 11-inch block. It'll finish, I think it's 11 inches. Yeah, it's an 11-inch block. It'll finish at 10.5 in a quilt. I can do the math and I could see that, but it actually doesn't look as miniature or as small as I thought it was going to look. So this I think is a really, really nice size. I might make a few more, and I will definitely put it into my software in terms of getting an overall layout to figure out how many blocks you would need to make maybe a baby quilt in this case. Again, maybe 12 of them, do a 3x4 layout like we did with the blue and the yellow ones, 3x4 with some sashing. and some borders just to make into a baby quilt. But I really like that. The eyeballs are a bit weird, but as a test, I think that's turned out really well. So let's go off now to, actually, no, I'll put some photos in here, I think, of when I'm editing the video of what it would look like mocked up and if I make any other ones. But then I'm going to go on and try this as a 1.5 inch block. These are the 4 blocks made with the 2-inch strips, and I think they look really, really great. I just put down this red one as as a marker, just as a point of comparison. So that's made with the 2.5-inch strips, and it's a 14-inch block. And then these are made with the 2-inch strips, and they are, what are they? Did we say they're 11-inch blocks? So I these are really great. I see myself making a whole lot more of these. Let's take a look now at what's involved in using 1.5-inch strips to make this block. So I've cut all the pieces. These are 1.5 by 3.5-inch pieces. And if you're familiar with this layout now, these are going to be those bricks that go across the top of the chain links. So we need 1 and 2 of those in each color. We need a piece that's 1.5 by 2.5 and 1.5-inch squares. Those are going to form the parts of the middle block. We need some pieces to make some strip sets. So that's what these are. And then these are the background pieces that we need for the corner pieces. And those are 2.5-inch pieces. So as I've said, this will all go into the pattern that I will write up once I perfect what I'm doing here. But let me sew some of this together and we will get to what this block is going to look like with these much, much smaller pieces. I've sewn together these 2.5-inch pieces with their 1.5-inch counterparts, and I've started my strip sets. I'll cross cut 2 off of both of them, off of this one and this one. And then I'll sew these pieces on to make up the remainder of the 3-part strip set before I carry on. I've had to check and double check my measurements because these pieces are just so small, and but they're right. I'm going to be really interested to see how this, I think the block is going to look super cute, but is it practical to make a full quilt with? We'll see. And these are all the pieces. It's so teeny. This is my 12-inch ruler, and yeah, it's going to be small. It's probably still going to finish it. What's it going to finish? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7.5. So probably 7 inches in a final product, 7.5 inches unfinished, which maybe isn't that small, but when you count up all the little pieces in here, it looks so, so cute, but I'm still a little torn as to whether it's practical or not. I'm going to sew my rows together and then give you a comparison between all 3 blocks that we've made. And so these are the 3 blocks. I love them all lined up like this. The smallest one is made with 1.5-inch strips. It finishes at 7.5 inches, so it'll finish at 7 inches in the quilt. The middle one finishes at 11 inches, so it'll finish at 10.5 in your quilt, and it'll be made with 2-inch strips. And then the 2.5-inch block, which finishes at 14, 14.5, and then 14 in the quilt. Which one's your favorite? Will you work with the smallest ones? I found that there's less room for error the smaller that you go. You're cutting, sewing, 1/4-inch seam allowances, pressing, everything has to be much, much, much more precise as you get smaller and smaller. So I will prepare patterns for all 3 of these sizes, and there may be a bonus piece for the smallest one. Jen put a comment on the Intertwined video suggesting that maybe this would look really cool on point. So let's just come down to the floor and maybe turn it this way to get a sense of what that might look like on point. So I'm going to do that up in my quilt software as well. You'll have to tune into my everything I made in 2025 video to see if I actually turn those little ones into a final quilt. This one I definitely will. I've made 4 of them and I really like the size of them. So those will definitely become a quilt. And of course, these large ones will as well. So off to the design board to see how these might look in different quilts. Thanks very much for watching this little game of what if. What did you think? Are any of these practical? Do you think you might make these blocks in these sizes versus the 2.5 or even the 4-inch blocks? I will prepare a pattern for all of these sizes so that you have all of the measurements for the 2.5, the 2, and the 1.5-inch pieces, no matter how practical they may or may not be. You'll be able to find that on my website, and the link is in the description down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel and like this video and all the other videos, and leave a comment as well. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks very much for watching, and don't forget to make the most of your fabric bits and pieces.